Who jumps out of perfectly good airplanes in the name of science? Mr. C.
Well, happy Aloha Friday to you. I'm actually taping this on Thursday, and it is a gorgeous day out there today. So that's why I have my sunnies on, sunglasses, and you should have a white sheet, and if you'll number to 12 on that, huh? Number to 12 on your white sheet, and yeah, that'll do it. And your journal ought to be out, ready to be used, but we're not quite ready to use it. Okay. So numbering to 12 on your white sheet on this happy Aloha Friday. Now I'm taping this Thursday late afternoon, so that's actually when it's really nice. Looks like we've got clouds coming in. So you're doing your white sheet, right? 1 to 12. Anyway, I'll talk briefly about Orion. Remember, I said I haven't had a chance to school you up on Orion and its stars. So I'm going to have you hold off on showing that to a parent and writing it up and all that until next week. Next Tuesday, I'll tell you about all of Orion's stars, and we'll start having a look. I think it's supposed to be partly cloudy tonight, cloudy tomorrow night, rain coming in maybe on Saturday and Sunday. Snow, quite a bit of snow in the high country, I think. Maybe up to a foot in some places, so that's good news. So anyway, remember we're praying for about half a dozen more 1-footers. So we'll keep praying about that, okay? So you have numbered to 12. And I will get with the program on that in just a little bit. Hey, Mr. C, it's Happy Aloha Friday. Do you have any really dumb jokes today? I do. Yep. So I've got some really dumb knock-knock jokes, a few to share with you. And I've got an exciting little video to show you at the end of this period. So, and it's a science video. So I think you like it. And something you will like it. You better like it. Something really cool supposed to happen next Thursday, a week from today actually, because I'm taping this on Thursday. Okay, so you watched that video on bats, right? And they're really cool designs. So I told you about Spallanzani, the Catholic priest who did a lot of the original research. But anyway, further research has revealed a number of other things. Besides their amazing wings, the way they can bend them and flex them and get more lift at low speeds, and besides very light bones which they can bend, which allows them to do their unbelievable flight, they can change direction very quickly. And we still haven't figured out exactly how. We are pretty sure they're putting out special kinds of sound, ultrasound, that they're putting out. They're making click sounds, putting them out, they bounce back. It's a kind of sonar or echolocation. Dolphins use echolocation as well. Some other animals too. But anyway, so they put out signals and they bounce back and they can see what's out there. So they don't run into it, and they can change direction like, whoop, last minute. You know, quicker than an F-35 or my favorite, and actually the military favorite, maybe F-22. So anyway, they are quick. We still haven't figured out exactly how they do something. So we're pretty sure they've got the echolocation. We can hear the click sounds they're making. And here's what they do. Let's say the camera was an insect. So they go click, 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 up to 200 clicks a second. I mean, super fast. Okay? Actually, I think it's a minute. So click, 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 click. But what happens is the closer they get to an insect, we'll pretend it's the camera, as they get closer and closer, click, 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 and then they go in for the munch. So anyway, we know they do that. So they're able to process these bounce back clicks in their bat brains. Now, what we don't understand about their bat brain, what happens is, here's the story. Their brains will only process in thousandths of a second. The nerve cells, the neurons in the brain will only process, it takes thousandths of a second. And that's true of you too, I think, pretty much. And that's why if you're a third baseman or you're at bat in softball or baseball and you're taking pitches that are in the 90s, pitches that are over 100, like in Major League Baseball, it's almost impossible for the brain to process and to react, swing in time. You've almost got to start swinging right at the point of the pitcher's release. Well, here's the bat deal. Their bat brain somehow can process in millionths of a second. How do they do it? We don't know. We haven't figured it out yet, how they're able to do that. So the Lord has given them an over-the-top processing capability in their bat brains. So when you go, oh, bat brain, those bats are so simple. Well, yeah, they may be simple as an animal goes, but as the way of brain processing, so complex, so gives tremendous glory to God. Can't figure it out yet. Just we're unable to. And we've been studying bats for hundreds of years. So pretty cool. So anyway, now I'd like you on your white sheet, you've numbered to 12. Answer these questions. You can't use your journal notes. You can't use your PTE, but a few questions for you. So here they are. Number 1, what is the scientific study of atoms called, or chemicals? There's a name for it. Chemicals are made of certain atoms that are combined in certain specific ways. So the scientific study of atoms or chemicals. Number 2, what's the name of the chart that lists all the different kinds of atoms? What's the name of it? So write it down. All right, I'm going to let you off the hook this time, and it's Happy Aloha Friday. You may put down the abbreviation for it, 3 letters. You've got to nail it, though. You've got to nail the 3 letters. All right, number 3, what do we call, what's the name for each kind of atom that are on that chart? What's the name? Now, I don't want you to put down like carbon or iron or something like that. Number 4, about how many different kinds of atoms are there on the chart? About how many? Number 5, I want just a symbol now. Now, I taught you this. What's a symbol for the major kind of atom that's found on the sun? What's the name of it? It's a gas, yeah. It's a gas. About 73% of the sun is this gas. It's a flammable gas, but it's not in flame because it's on the sun and it's so hot. That's not why. But on the earth, it's a flammable gas, and it's lighter than air. All clues for number 5. Number 6. On the sun, that major gas slams into other atoms of that gas. What do you call that process? Slams together. That major 73% makeup of the sun gas. What do you call the process where atoms of that gas slam together? What's the process called? And then I'm sorry, is that 6? I can't count. That's 6. I had to renumber. Originally, I had it as 7. So number 6, the name of the process. Number 7, what 2 things are made from that process of sliming together? It's actually 3 major things that are produced or made. Name 2 of them in number 7. Actually, I'll make it 7 and 8. So this will be number 9. So you're confusing us. Well, in number 7, just 2 things that are made in the sliming together process. 1 and 7 and 1 and 8. Okay. All right. This will be number 9. Number 9. Let's see, what do I want to ask? I want to know the chemical symbol from that chart for helium. It's a chemical symbol for helium. And in number 10, this will be the last one. Number 10, I'll make it 10 and 11. I'm doing this as I go. And I'll go over these one more time so we can unlock it. 10 and 11. In 10 and 11, what I'd like to know is the 2 properties or characteristics of matter. Matter. To be matter, what are the 2 qualifications? So 10 and 11, the 2 qualifications for matter. For anything to officially be called matter, it's got to have these 2 characteristics or properties. All right, number 1, what's the scientific study? I'm just going over, I'm repeating, then I'll give you the answers and I'll tell you about this. Is it a pop quiz? No. Number 1, the scientific study of atoms or chemicals. Number 2, what's the abbreviation for the chart of kinds of atoms? Number 3, what's the name for each individual kind of atom? I don't want you to give me a specific like iron or mercury. Nope. Or nitrogen. Nope. Nope, nope. Number 4, about how many different kinds of atoms? Number 5, what's the lighter than air gas found on the sun? It makes up 73% of the sun. It's 5. Number 6, what is the process called where atoms of that gas slam into each other? That's number 6. Number 6. 7 and 8, 2 things that are produced when that process, number 6 process occurs. 7 and 8. Number 9, what is the chemical symbol for helium gas? Chemical symbol. And then 10 and 11, 2 characteristics of matter. 1 and 10, 1 and 11. Okay. If you get a perfect on this or just miss one, turn it in for a grade. It'll help your average in most cases. Now, if you've got a high 90, then you might not want to turn it in if you don't get it perfect. All right, here are your answers. How we doing time-wise? Got to save like 6 minutes at the end. And I'm excited to tell you about it. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay. You know what? I can do 12. I'm going to do 12. Here it is. I'm rolling my eyes, Mr. C. What can I say? It's Friday. Number 12, give one of the tips that my daughter Laura made about what you can do to develop or improve any aspect of your superpower. Just one thing you can do. Okay, now I'm ready. Be honest as you grade this. You don't need a red pen, but be honest. Of course, you wouldn't change anything RLO students, you wouldn't change anything. Of course, you didn't use any notes. Here are the answers. Scientific study of atoms or chemicals, chemistry. Number 1, chemistry. So on the title of your book, Introduction to Chemistry. Number 2, PTE, the periodic table of the elements. PTE was all I needed. Number 3, if you wrote out periodic table of the elements, I'll let it be a bonus point that'll take the place of one you miss. If you wrote out periodic table of elements. Number 3, atoms are called elements. Number 3, element, nothing else. Number 4, about how many elements are there on the periodic table? 100 plus. If you had 100, that's fine. But it's more than that. 110-ish. 100 plus. Number 5, I wanted the symbol, the chemical symbol for the name of the element that makes up 73% of the sun. It's lighter than air and it's flammable. H for hydrogen. H. Number 6, what do you call the process where hydrogen and hydrogen slams into each other? Fusion. Hydrogen, hydrogen, fusion. So Fusion for number 6. 7 and 8, 2 of the 3 things that are produced when fusion occurs. Helium, or He, okay? And then heat and light. So it's hydrogen, hydrogen, fusion, helium, heat, and light. Okay, what's up next? Number 9, chemical symbol for helium, He. 10 and 11, 2 characteristics of matter. Have mass. I would take weight. Mass is more accurate. And take up space, or have volume. So mass or weight, take up space or volume. And then number 12, what did Laura say you could do to develop or improve your any aspect of your superpower? Well, a number of things. The big thing she said was practice. And she made the point yesterday that whatever practice you put in, it will improve you. If you put in a little practice, you'll improve a little bit, most likely. If you put in a medium amount of practice, you'll improve quite a bit. If you put in a lot of practice, you'll really improve. If you put in incredible amounts of practice, you will really, really, really improve at whatever it is. Whether it's shooting free throws, dribbling, or painting, or writing. If you want to be a writer, practicing writing your writing, or learning your math facts, going over and over an equation that you want to memorize, you'll learn it. You'll improve. So all of that, whatever it is. You could have also had down set goals. That helps set goals. Write it down on a calendar or lesson planner and track it. Track your progress. Use grit or perseverance and keep at it. Keep at it. Don't quit. Keep on going. Keep on going. Don't give up. So use grit. Get information from experts on how to improve at something. That always works. So take on new challenges. Those were a whole bunch of things that Laura said that you could do, you could think about doing. So just a reminder, your superpower is, I also call it your Go Tappy package, GOTA triple PI. GOTA triple PI. Gifts, opportunities, talents, all God gives you these. Abilities, 3 Ps, physical appearance, your purpose, so your purpose, and then also what did I do? Personality. Yep. And then made in God's image, the I, and the Holy Spirit helps with all of that. So it's pretty cool. Okay. So how are we doing time-wise? Pretty good. Now I'm really excited about this video that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to introduce the video, give you a couple of dumb knock-knock jokes, and then let you see the video. Next Thursday, like 6 days from where you are on Friday, something awesome will happen if it goes perfectly well, and you're going to see a video on what it is. What is it? Last July, we launched a spacecraft toward Mars. Next Thursday, it's going to come in, if all goes well, to the Martian atmosphere, mostly carbon dioxide, but not much, really thin, and then the NASA, National Aeronautic and Space Administration engineers, and there are hundreds and hundreds of them, designed this lander. It's another rover like Curiosity. This one's called Perseverance. In other words, hang in there, keep it going. Use perseverance or grit. They could have called it grit. But anyway, Perseverance is hopefully going to soft land on Mars. But it better slow down because it's going to be going thousands of miles an hour when it enters the Earth. The moon. I'm having trouble today, I told you. Mars's atmosphere. So it's very thin, so it doesn't get a lot of slowdown from Mars with its atmosphere. So it's got to use retro rockets and a sky crane, which you're going to see in a minute. And they're going to talk about 7 minutes of terror on this video. Because as the Perseverance spacecraft enters the Martian atmosphere to land, it takes 14 minutes for any messages from Perseverance to get back to Earth. So is there any time to adjust things as it goes down? Nope. The last 7 minutes, it's automated. The computers are going to make all these things happen if all goes well. The NASA engineers are on pins and needles right now. Some of them are probably having trouble sleeping because they've worked on this for years and years, and if it doesn't go well, then all of their work is for, or mostly for, naught. It'll come to nothing. So they're probably, some of them, freaking out a bit, and really nervous. Well, I'm going to show you this video, and it's going to show everything that has to go just right for it to land softly. 2 knock-knock jokes first. So let's see, the first one, here's the first one. Knock knock. Who's there? Luke. Luke who? Luke who? Look through this peephole and find out. Oh, that is so dumb. Here's the second one. Knock knock. Who's there? Train. Train who? Someone needs to train you how to open this door. Anyway, Mr. Philip is going to show you this really cool video on Perseverance and every little detail that's got to go just right. By the way, ask yourself, could Perseverance and this whole project have formed accidentally? No, it took hundreds and hundreds of engineers. So, which in a way proves that everything God designed had to be designed by God. Do you get the argument there? I think you do. All right, enjoy that video. Thank you, Mr. Philip.